The town of Dry Creek stood silent that morning, the dust swirling like ghosts around the gallows. Clara Reeves, a gentle schoolteacher with fire in her soul, stood with a noose brushing her neck. Her crime wasn't theft or murder, it was love. Love for a native cowboy named Cale, a man the townsfolk called a savage. Weeks ago, she'd nursed him back to health after he was shot protecting her from bandits. They had fallen for each other under starlit skies, whispering promises that the world would never understand. But when her father found out, the hatred of the town ignited. They dragged Cale away, claiming he'd bewitched her. And when Clara tried to stop them, she was branded a traitor. The sheriff declared her guilty of consorting with the enemy. As the crowd gathered, she searched for Cale's face, only to learn he'd been found dead at the river's edge. A tear slid down her cheek, not for death, but for the cruelty of love denied. As the hangman stepped forward, she whispered softly, "I'll wait for you beyond the veil." The trapdoor creaked, the wind howled, and the sun dimmed, as if the heavens themselves mourned her fate. But somewhere far beyond the desert, something ancient stirred, and Cale's eyes opened once more, burning with vengeance and love that defied death itself. Night fell heavy over Dry Creek, and with it came the whispers. The sheriff who ordered Clara's hanging was found dead near the gallows, his eyes wide with terror and his body marked with strange symbols. People claimed they saw a rider cloaked in shadows, his horse black as coal, his eyes glowing like embers. Cale had returned, not as a man, but as something the spirits had resurrected. Driven by the promise he made to Clara, he rode through the desert winds to reclaim what the world had stolen. When he reached the gallows, the moonlight revealed her lifeless form swaying gently. He cradled her in his arms, murmuring words in his native tongue, and the air shimmered. The spirits heard his grief, and for a fleeting moment, her chest rose again with breath. The town watched in awe as she opened her eyes, light glowing from her skin. The rope broke and she fell into his arms, alive. Love had conquered death. Together they vanished into the mist, leaving behind only footprints that glowed in the moonlight. The town would forever whisper of the woman who was hung for love, and the cowboy who came back from the dead to save her.